Welcome to an ordinary day in my life. Watch this vlog until the end if you don't believe a healthy lifestyle can be easy. By sharing my unpretentious healthy lifestyle, I'm not gonna convince you, but inspire you to live your best life. Good morning and welcome to the vlog. Welcome to another day in my life, an ordinary day. The day started as usual, as I always tell you. I woke up early. I went to the gym. I had my strength training. On Mondays I do strength training and then I go to yoga. So I had this amazing hot yoga class this morning. That's why my hair is all sweaty. And then I came back. Today is Monday. I love Mondays. Don't hate me. No, I mean I like my Mondays because and I do that on purpose. On Mondays I start my work from a coffee shop. I always choose a new coffee shop so I can go there because Mondays sometimes we are kind of, and I feel like when I go to a coffee shop, especially when I go to a new one where I've never been before, I feel energized, I feel inspired. I like to see people, I like to see coffee, I like to see colors, I like to see the city. So that's what we are going to do today. I'm gonna take a shower, I'm gonna get ready, and of course, I'm gonna bring you with me. So let's go. Let's kick off the week with a little urban adventure. Let's find a new coffee shop to work from. I find that exploring different places helps me stay motivated, creative, and inspired throughout the week. Even a change in cafe decor can help. This Monday, I chose Moffer Coffee on Queen Street West. This place instantly celebrates Ethiopian culture, the possible birthplace of coffee. And it's more than just decor. Their amazing coffee comes directly from their own organic Ethiopian fields. With a beautiful space and fantastic coffee, what else could I need to start my week of creative work? A huge window to watch the city while I work. Going back home, it was nice to enjoy this rare sunny winter day with a blue sky. And the day is so beautiful today. Oh my god. And it's unbelievable, 10 degrees Celsius. It's amazing. For this time of the year, we are still there. 10 degrees. Oh my god, I don't believe that. And here comes my dog to enjoy the balcony as well. See, it's warm. It's warm. I know 10 degrees doesn't look warm for a lot of people. I'm a tropical girl myself. I'm from Brazil, so 10 degrees in Brazil is like, it's impossible actually. Like in winter, I would say it's around 25 degrees, 20 to 25 degrees. So yeah, it's not as warm as I'm used to it, but it is because now I live here for 8 years. So I've never seen 10 degrees during winter. Have you? Oh, I think I'm gonna stay here. lunch, I had client meetings to help them reach their goals. This also brings me joy and connection, which is so important after 10 years of working solo. So, let's talk. Last Monday, I told you that you are not lazy. If you didn't watch that video, I'm gonna leave the link here. Summarizing what I explained on that video is that most of the times when we think that we are lazy, actually it's not something wrong with us, with our character, but it's a lack of energy. Most of the times it comes from a physiological issue. Sometimes we feel drained, not because we are lazy, not because there's something wrong with us, something that we cannot change, but sometimes it's something wrong with our diet, with our activity level, with our sleep, with our resting, because that's so important. And yeah, if you didn't watch that video, check that video. I explained this whole idea to you. And today I want to talk to you about something that is related to that. It's not actually that, but it's related. I just want to preach something to you. I just want to say, stop glorifying laziness. Stop glorifying laziness. Stop glorifying not being at your optimal. Stop glorifying mediocrity, actually. I'm so sorry for saying that, but that's how I feel sometimes. Sometimes I feel we live in times when it's expected from us to be suffering, to be struggling with our health, with our habits, with our daily lives. And I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. I'm gonna tell you two things. First, let's go down to memory lane here. When I was in high school, I used to play soccer in high school. And I remember something that our trainer used to say to us that stick with me for life. He always said that no matter how tired you are, no matter if you are exhausted, no matter if you want to give up, no matter if you are dying inside, never let the other team know that. And by that, he always said that we should have our chest proud. We should be looking forward. On his own words, we should always look like champions. We should always look like we are on the top of the world. And I always had that with me. How can I explain? Not because I don't want people to think I'm weak or I'm tired of I am not good enough, but I do believe when I have this champion posture, everything gets easier, because sometimes it's just a matter of how we perceive things or a matter of how we face things. And I prefer facing things like a champion, like I am on the top of the world. And now, coming back to the present, not the present, something that happened this morning with me. I went to the gym, and on Mondays at 6:30, I have this yoga class, and the regular teacher couldn't come this morning, so they sent another teacher, and she started the class saying, I know how hard it is for you being here 6:30 in the morning on a Monday. It's so hard, so I get it. I'm a yoga teacher myself, so I know we have to start slowly. I know we have to prepare ourselves for the day, and I do believe we have to do that. But after class, while I was in the waiting room, I was putting my shoes on and people were talking. The subject among people were how hard it is to be here this time in the morning. Oh, it's so hard to wake up. It's so hard to be here. And I was thinking, but you already did. It's not that even you are trying to do something, you already did. You should be proud of yourself to face the challenge, to conquer the challenge. If you couldn't do it, I think we can agree it's not that hard. And after that, I got my things, I entered the elevator, and there was this guy in the elevator. He was in the class with me, and he goes, just to check, that class was hard, right? Did you feel the same? And I didn't know what to answer to him, because to be honest, I didn't think that it was that hard. Of course, I'm a yoga teacher. Of course, it's easier for me. Of course, it's easier for me to wake up in the morning. I don't have any problem with that. But my struggle in answering that is that I was in between my true self and being nice and trying to be nice. Because, of course, the answer he wanted was yes, it was too hard. Oh my God. So I just smiled and said, yeah, it's a hard class. And yeah. And when I came back home, I was talking to my husband about this episode, and he agreed with me that whenever I'm in that kind of situation, I try to downplay my ability to wake up early, my ability to go to the gym, to face the challenges, because I'm always afraid of not people judgments, but I'm afraid to hurt people's feelings sometimes. And to be honest, more than once I lied to people when they ask me how many times I go to the gym in a week, because I go 6 times in a week. And I'm not saying that you should do that, but for me it's easy. I was afraid that they would think that I would say that only to portray myself as a superior human being or something, and that, oh yeah, I go sometimes, yeah, not a big deal. My husband always tells me that I should be more proud of that. I should be more proud of who I am. And especially being a health coach, this is what I do. I mean, it's almost like an obligation of mine. But what I'm trying to say is that I know it's hard. I know it's not easy for everybody. I know, especially in the beginning, it's not easy, but try to reframe in your mind. Don't normalize don't normalize the bad things. If you are not feeling great, it's not okay. It's not okay not being okay. It's not that I'm saying that you have to lie to yourself saying, yeah, no matter if I'm tired, I'm gonna portray myself as a champion, therefore I'm gonna be a champion. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying sometimes it's just a matter of attitude. It's how we interpret, or it's how we process, or sometimes it's about the meaning that we put on things. So, just an example. The guy in the elevator, he just finished the class. He conquered the challenge. He could do it. And he was still complaining about how hard it was. Oh, it was hard, it was hard, it was hard, it was hard. Instead, he could be saying, oh, it was hard, but I feel so good right now that I could do it, because it was a challenge, but I could do it. It's the same situation, but with another view, from another perspective. And which perspective you think it's gonna help him to come back next week? Next Monday, when he wakes up and he has to decide if he's going to the yoga class, do you think he's gonna remember that it was so good, that he felt so good to face a challenge the last Monday morning? Or you think his brain is gonna be telling him it was hard, it was hard, it was hard, it was hard, therefore it's hard today, it's hard today, it's hard today? Which option you think it's gonna motivate him the most? That's my point. I see so many people dragging themselves to the gym in the morning. Not that there is this magical movement or this magical spell that you are going to cast on yourself. Just say the right word and everything is gonna be fine. But sometimes it's a matter of posture, it's a matter of attitude, it's a matter of how you perceive the fact. And I see people just dragging themselves there, and they put their hoodies on, and they have this miserable face on them, like they are dying. Don't do that. I know it's hard, but every time you think it's hard, try to smile and think it's not hard, it's a challenge. And challenges make me stronger. and I'm gonna do that. And every time you finish the class, don't forget to thank yourself. Don't forget to be proud of yourself for facing the challenge and for being able to do it. Don't ever say, oh, it was so hard, I am dying. No, it was hard, but I could do it. I'm a champion. That's what you are going to remember the next day to come back to the gym. And I think nowadays it's so normalized, not being able to wake up early, not being able to perform well, not being able to go to the gym, not being able to eat well. We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't perceive all of those issues as they are issues, and issues should be tackled. Issues should be solved. So instead of just saying I am lazy or I don't have the motivation to go to the gym, try to think there's something wrong here, there's an issue here, and I have to solve it. How am I gonna solve this issue? And face it. I love ending my days with a cozy reading session. What are you reading right now? Drop your suggestions in the comments, please. A great record sets the perfect mood for our Monday night. Remember, make any day feel special with the things you love. Don't wait for the weekend. Set that mood right now. For dinner tonight, I started by peeling, dicing, and cooking sweet potatoes to make them the carb base for my dish. Then I chopped a shallot and bell peppers. I sauteed them in coconut oil and added beef strips. To season the dish, I used soy sauce and hot sauce. Don't forget to check the amount of sodium on the package for both. This dish will also be our lunch tomorrow. Bonus! That's my Wednesday. I hope you enjoy it and found some inspiration for your own days. If you liked this vlog, please give it a thumbs up to help me grow on YouTube, and consider subscribing for new videos every day. See you for my next ordinary healthy day. Until then, stay positive, be kind, and namaste.